Hello, Booktube. Happy Saturday. This is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I'm so glad you're here, and I look forward to hearing about your thoughts on this video in the comment section down below. As always, if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can leave an emoji, give this video a thumbs up. I promise nothing bad's gonna happen. I want to welcome the people who are new subscribers to my channel that I can see, which means that on your own YouTube account you know show who you're subscribed to. So I know I'm not getting everyone. These are some folks that don't have channels. It's Gabriel, Jen, Lauren, Mac, Valerie. I'm not sure if it's French, if it's Spanish. I would love to know. Someone has an account called Subscribing to Everyone. How is that working out? And are you just subscribing to everyone on Booktube, or are you subscribing to everyone on YouTube? I'd love to hear more about that name. Megan, Yeeling, J Mule, Leah. And then I have two new subscribers that have Booktube channels, which I will link to down below. And you guys should definitely check them out. But I do hope they'll say hello. And that is Yard of Random Books, which I actually really love that name. And Lex Reads. Thank you to all of you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also just want to briefly mention, and I know a lot of you have voted already, but I do have a survey up on my community tab, which you can access through a computer or your phone. You can't access it on a tablet, which sucks. I'm sorry. But it's a survey about what you think is what is essential for new booktubers. And that is for a video that I'm working on. That I don't know if it'll be up by the end of the month, but if not the end of the month, next month. And a couple of you gave me the idea for, so thank you for that. Again, if you haven't participated in that survey, I would really love your feedback. Okay, I don't have much to report reading wise. I am reading Now in November by Josephine Johnson. With Kim from Middle of the Book March. Fortunately, she's been extremely distracted by a new grandbaby. Congratulations, Kim. And so that's all that's saved me thus far from being woefully behind. So yeah, I think we'll finish. I'm sure by the next Saturday reads, we will have finished this book. I feel very confident on that. So that's what I've been reading. And it's just been a very kind of distracted time. I also want to say I really love hearing from you guys about what you think success is on Booktube, which is related to a video I did earlier this week. And a couple people have responded. Kim, again, at Middle of the Book March, included that in her kind of bookish discussion for the week, what she thought success was. And then I haven't not seen it yet, but Jim at Jim's Books Reading and Stuff. Oh God, Jim, I hope I got that right. I apologize if I screwed that up. But anyway, as soon as I see his video, I will link to that down below, and I'll link to Kim's video as well. And I just appreciate them continuing on the discussion and getting more feedback, and I'm really enjoying the comment section there. So thank you guys so much for being part of that. And then I also want to thank one of you for sending me a copy of The Essential Roomie, translated by Coleman Barks. And I guess this is supposed to be the translation of Rumi. I am not familiar with this, so if you have any thoughts, advice, it seems like the kind of thing you could sort of dip in and out of. Curious if you have any any words of wisdom for me on this one, let me know. But thank you so much to the person who sent it to me. They also included some treats from where they live, which was super kind. I'm really trying to save them for a few days off that I have coming up. So hopefully I can hold on until then. I don't know. Temptation. Okay. So we talked recently on this channel about kind of like burning out on events or just burning out maybe on Booktube in general. And there, once again, I mean, August had more events than I think than I've seen in the last 4 years. And there's more ahead in September. So one of them is my favorite. I think it was the first Booktube event I participated in. It was called Shaketember then. It's now called Shaketember, but it is a celebration of Shakespeare during the month of September. And all you have to do to participate in Shaketember is to read a Shakespeare play, or some of the sonnets maybe. The hosts for Shaketember are my husband Jason at Old Blues Chapter and Verse, Lukash at A Cruel Reader's Thesis, and Rainy from Rainy Day Reads. So they're not going to have those really long Zoom discussions that they had last year. Instead, I think they're each going to be making videos about the plays. I am so frustrated with my public library right now. I promise this does make sense in light of Shaketember. Like, we used to have such an excellent collection of Shakespeare at our library. And I went this week and I was just floored. I just couldn't believe how much had been weeded out. And the first play that they're reading is All's Well That Ends Well, and my library does not own a copy of that. So that's why you have to own something like this. This is the complete works of Shakespeare, and it is through the Royal Shakespeare Company. It's our infamous logo. So I'm so glad that we have this, because I don't know when our copy of All's Well That Ends Well will arrive at the library. We do own some individual plays of Shakespeare, but I mean, not all of them. So anyway, thumbs down to my public library for getting rid of a whole bunch of Shakespeare. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Anyway, the other play they're reading, the next play they're reading is Coriolanus, which was still at my library. I don't know if I'm going to read this or not. I haven't really decided. And then a play that I have read, A Midsummer Night's Dream. This is Rainy's favorite Shakespeare play, I believe. At least thus far. And then for the final week, they have each chosen a couple different sonnets that they're going to be discussing on their channels. So I'm really excited about that. And the other event that I haven't participated in before, I think this is the second year, and that is Shorty September, which for whatever reason last year, I think I didn't really understand that Shorty September had prompts. I think it was just supposed to be, I don't know why exactly I got this idea, but you know, like to read a book a day in September, which I just, you know, like that's physically impossible for me to do. But there are actually prompts for Shorty September, and this is the prompt sheet, which I just have to say, the hosts for Shorty September, the hosts for Shorty September are Bert and I don't know how to say her name. I will leave it down below, but I don't want to mispronounce it. From Past Story Time, and Heather from Soggy Expat Book Nerd. Oh, of course, any event that Heather's involved in is going to have something crazy like this. I I actually love this prompt sheet. I think it's fantastic. And all the prompts relate to different kinds of shorts. There's lifeguard shorts, a beach read, runaway fashion shorts, a beautiful book cover, ripped shorts, slasher, murder mystery, and it goes on from there. So definitely, I will link to them and their announcement video down below. But anyway, so I would like to participate in this. Unfortunately, I've kind of had a shorty August instead of a shorty September. I think almost everything, or maybe everything I read in August would qualify for this. So I think what I'm gonna do is look at some things I'd like to read and then see and fill this out as the month goes on. So I know that's maybe cheating a little bit. It's not really a TBR. I definitely would like to read some poetry, maybe old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot, which I recently talked about in a cat booktube tag. And I also have a dog book, ironically, that's on my high priority list for the year, A 3-Dog Life by Abigail Thomas. Again, I don't know how I ended up with so many dog books, but here's another one, and I've owned it for a really, really long time, so I would like to read this. My only concern is I think it could be pretty sad. For Shaketember, I would like to read All's Well That Ends Well. We'll see what happens there. I just may not be able to read it when everyone else is reading it. And then, like I said, Coriolanus, I don't know. If I can get to it, I will. A Midsummer Night's Dream, I've read before, and there's so much Shakespeare that I haven't read. So I've picked out a couple plays. This is a really ridiculous TBR. But for Shaketember, I'm thinking about also reading The Two Gentlemen of Verona, which I think is a play that is maybe less liked among Shakespeare enthusiasts, but we own it. It's little, and I haven't read it, so I thought I might give that one a go. And then I was chatting with Jordan Parsons, and he told me that this King Lear is his favorite Shakespeare play. So that really prompted me to go, I should finally get to this. I know Jason really loves King Lear as well, and we own a couple film adaptations, so that might be fun to watch some of that. We always end up watching quite a few Shakespeare plays or films during the month of September. So, and I did look at the actual play itself, and it is less than it meets the qualifications for Shorty September. So I'm trying to overlap things a little bit. I have some YA books that might work for Shorty September, and again, I'm looking at my library cart over here, and there's still just an awful lot of high priority books that I would like to get to, before the year is out. And we're in the second half of the year. There's Victober coming up, Nonfiction November. I have a bunch of books that I want to read before Christmas. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But we'll see how it goes. And yeah, again, just really so irritated with my library. There should be at least one copy of every single play. And it isn't that All's Well That Ends Well is already checked out. Believe me, I looked in the catalog, and they don't own any copies of it before. And truthfully, the last time I looked at their Shakespeare section, which may have been last September, I don't know. But there were 3 copies of every play. And they were alphabetized by the title of the play, and now that's no longer the case. I don't know what is happening. It's just ridiculous. So Anyway, some library frustration there. Yeah, so like I said, when my goal is to definitely read Shakespeare in September. I don't know why I didn't put any Shakespeare on my high priority list for the year. But read some Shakespeare in September, and then try to read some things that will fit with Shorty September and some of the really fun prompts that go along with it. So these look like two fantastic events, great hosts, and so I would love to hear from you if you are participating in either or both of these. And I would also really just say, like, if you're nervous about reading Shakespeare, or you think, no, like, it's not for me, or if you're maybe like me, I still feel very much like a novice when it comes to Shakespeare. I have participated in Shaketember every year that I've been on Booktube, either by one play or 4 plays. And it's also encouraged me to read Shakespeare in other parts of the year. So earlier this year, Rainey and I read Macbeth. I reread Much Ado About Nothing. So that's just, yeah, fantastic. Just great to do that. But I feel like Booktube is a really safe space. Like, if you feel on your unsure footing kind of thing, like, this is a very, very safe community. I hope that you will join us in some way, shape, or form for Shaketember. All right, Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.